Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the ADK Rock and Metal channel, and today we are checking out the more recent, I was going to say new, but it's been out a little while now. It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
The new single from Kittie, One Foot in the Grave. Now, Kittie is a band that we remember back from the new metal.
Yeah.
With Brackish and...
That is a shocking
Spit.
song. Spit was good, but Brackish is no, it's the rap part that so makes you cringe.
Well, I remember them coming out, and I was just like, okay, so it's an all-girl group, all-female group, sorry, I should say. Aggressive new metal. They played Ozfest.
Do you know what? On the second album, that I started taking them seriously. They went in they started listening to Cannibal Corpse and bands like that.
But the problem is, I always thought she had. Was it Morgan
Lando?
Morgan Lando vocals. Yeah. She had a real kind of raspy, guttural vocal, but it wasn't a strong raspy guttural. It was kind of aggressive, almost punkish.
Yeah.
Like the angry punk style. And her clean vocals always sounded really pitchy to me. So I never really got it, especially with "She's not too scared tonight." And you're like, "Ooh, that's not great. That's not vibing on." But they had a really interesting vibe. They've had lineup changes. They put out albums, but they really disappeared off the map when new metal got kind of.
Yeah.
They carried on putting stuff out, but no one really.
I think they'd saved their career by that second album. When I say saved their career, they'd already moved away from new metal, hadn't they? They'd gone in. It was definitely a lot more extreme, and the drummer, who's Morgan's sister, she was playing some really tasty chops as well.
And they're still the two people that are in there. The other guys have changed. I don't know if how much they changed in the most recent or when the last lineup change was. But Andy, do you ever remember Kittie?
Just know the name. As you said, all female group, so they know nothing from America, I'm guessing.
Canada. Yeah.
Close.
But no.
Yeah, it's close. Never heard a song, couldn't tell you an album, couldn't tell you a song.
Okay. I think we should check this new one.
Anything like L7?
No.
Right,
it's basically like Cold Chamber and Korn, the original stuff, with a bit of Machine Head.
Yeah.
But after that, they definitely did go in like Slayer, Cannibal Corpse, incorporated that
into
the
music. No one was really into them. They got wiped out with the whole new wave. When new metal got destroyed, they just got... No one could give them the time of day at that.
Yeah, they became like laughing stock. But with the resurgence of new... Yeah, now... They're rightly so taken seriously. Yeah.
Okay, so this is One Foot in the Grave. Let's check it out. We'll give feedback at the end. Let's do it. Okay, there we go, Kittie, and what's the song called again?
Oh,
What
did the
One
chorus?
foot in the
In the
grave.
grave.
I don't believe
I
it.
don't believe it.
Victor Meldrew.
Okay, so Kittie, 1 foot in the grove. If you didn't get that from the lyrics,
The chorus didn't at all
I did
produce that line. I was
They
surprised.
need to repeat it a few more times just to make sure, don't they? Thoughts and feelings, Andy.
I was surprised how aggressive the music was when we, not knowing anything about this band and the name and some of the things we sort of said at the beginning. I was surprised at how powerful the sort of, especially the opening, that sort of first riff came in, and I thought, yeah, this is pretty heavy. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
But the main thing I took away from that, you said about the chorus, and it's obviously very hooky, and it's repeated probably about 12 times that one line. You take away the sort of tempo and the sort of aggression of the guitars. Am I unfair to say that could have been a warning track, Liliac track? One of the bands.
Yeah.
I can just imagine what's the Danny.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
in the same range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Vocally not too far away from those bands as well. And talking to vocally, I was trying to find from you guys what the exact term is, but it sort of features quite often in sporadically through tracks, certainly at the sort of intros and outros. That sort of electronic sort of speaker voice, radio voice.
Yeah.
The effect that's used to make it sound a sort of distant electronic transmitted voice. I just don't like that. I know it's
They
common.
can work as an intro, I find it. It's
Yeah.
like if you're having it as an intro, but don't read.
Popular
Yeah.
in the late 90s, wasn't it? That?
Yeah.
In rock and metal.
It was meant to give you. It's a good way of giving a little build up for when it's going to kick back in, which is what they've tried to employ at this point. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I did quite enjoy it. I mean, I was kind of focusing on the song that I didn't really take too much notice of the video. Not that there's a lot there; it's just sort of your standard performance video, but it looked good. Sort of focusing mainly on the vocalist and guitarist, but obviously the other band members had their sort of screen time as well. So yeah, I mean, as a whole overall package, that's a good way of introducing someone to this band, because it's a first for me. Do you say it's a sort of changing style for them?
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah, don't start with the 1999 debut Spit.
If you listen to this and then listen to their early stuff, you'll be like, what the fuck?
But putting the gatekeeper's hat on, these deserve rehabilitation. I enjoyed that song. They laboured the chorus. That's the one weakness of it, but it is a strong chorus. At first 2 minutes, I'm thinking, all right, where are the guitar riffs apart from open chugging? And there was a good transition where it went in a thrash direction. Morgan Lander looks fantastic. Just really confident delivery. Her sister Mercedes has always been a really good drummer.
Yeah.
Technical chops. And yeah, certainly from the sophomore album onwards, Oracle 2001, I've always thought maybe I was a bit harsh on them, because every time I listen to anything, certainly post 2001 by these, I always quite like it. I know one of the albums was a bit of a sellout. They went in a hard rock direction, but this is their first album since 2011. So great to see that they're back, and there weren't many all-female metal bands in 1999, were there? I mean, and now we see loads of bands with female vocals who do the harsh projection. She was one of the first, was Morgan Lander, and great switch to the chorus. So, like Andy, surprised how aggressive it was. They've definitely got that metalcore chugging technique in there, haven't they? And there was some really good lock-ins from the double kick drums as well from Mercedes Lander. So enjoyed it. I don't think they needed to keep repeating that chorus. As you said, was it 12 times?
Well,
Well, it's felt more than that.
Each rendition of the chorus had one foot in the grave probably 4 times.
Yeah.
So 3 or 4 choruses, that's 12 or 16 times where they hammer home the title of the song.
I mean, it's a great hook in the sense that it's going to get you. It's going to make you
can
remember
hum it, can't you?
I can hear it sing it now, and that isn't often the case.
And that other thing we mentioned, wasn't there like an Irish?
You felt it was like an Irish folky
fiddle part
feel.
that should have
It almost
been
felt
playing
like that.
Yeah.
I can see all that. I mean, listening back to early Kittie, and I mean, I'm literally going first album to this, so I can't even give you
brackish
between.
to that.
But I definitely, I mean, although I loved the early stuff and the heaviness, I was never clear on the vocals. I think vocally she sounds great on this. I actually really like the song overall. It's hooky, it's catchy. It's not the most original as far as standout, as far as that, but I like the direction they go in. I'm surprised you said about heavy, because I think this, compared to their early stuff, this feels a lot lighter. This feels very commercially driven in musically.
Yeah, probably
within the genres.
Yeah.
Specifically around the vocal hook is obviously kind of driving that home. I didn't get I understand what they've tried to do, or it feels like the heavy aggressive vocals feel like an afterthought. They're like, we have to throw this in.
There's a couple of lines that were really heavy, weren't they?
I don't think you needed them in the song. She did it over the verses. You had this heavy vocal going in, almost trying to be in the background, singing alongside her. Her clean vocals were great. Don't need it. It was almost like they felt to stay relevant.
Yeah.
They need to do that because that's a trademark of Kittie. You've got that aggressive vocal, so we have to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Just didn't need it whatsoever. I mean, I could pick one thing on the video, which is on the second time that they do the heavy vocals, which the drummers does. The first time you see up close with her at the microphone singing, and the next shot where she's doing it, they're actually a wide shot, and the drummer isn't actually singing the heavy vocal. It's the only time on all the other wide shots where they've done it, she's actually miming along, but on that second time she does it, the wide shot, she's not actually singing it, and they've got it in the video.
Pour it in.
So just like I watched there, I look for that sort of thing. The thing, do you know what this makes me think of? WWE wrestling entrance theme tune.
Yeah,
this is something.
It's got that body popping groove to it, hasn't it?
Well, you know, it's Americans, they're morons. So Americans love.
Oh shit! I think you might need to retract that comment.
No, they voted for fucking Trump. They put Trump in the White House.
We don't do politics on this channel.
And the fact is, look, hang on, they say that they reckon Trump will get back in again. If the 50% of Americans are morons. There you go. Anyway,
I don't think Andy.
Don't worry, Americans hate me anyway.
We don't agree with that opinion, do we, Andy?
I didn't say which 50% of them though. If you disagree with me, you're probably the 50% I don't say.
So we've had to go at probably two of the biggest nations. Well, the two biggest nations on the planet.
Yeah. Fuck them.
What are you talking about when I talked about China, the peasant?
Yeah.
No, here's my thought around this. So if you're doing a wrestling theme tune, you're looking for repetition and you want crowd engagement. If you give them anything too complex, the audience won't get into it.
Now, wrestling fans are morons.
Yeah, wrestling rednecks, morons. Yay! It's real. No, it's not. Fucking yeah. Anyway, but this you can hear.
Rage Saber, unsubscribe.
You can sell it 1 foot in the grave, Undertaker coming out to something like that, or something like that. You can see that as a wrestling theme.
I think Code Orange did. They've done a song for WWF.
Those guys have. Dragon Ball did it, and they are. I mean, they basically the staple that what they're looking for is 3.5 minutes with lots of repetition in it for the artist, so the audience can get into it. There've been some great bands. Alter Bridge did one, which was for Edge.
Surely that band Struck Mojo did one. Do you remember them? They even used to pose with the wrestling belt.
So when you're talking about like that sort of song, 1 foot in the grave, repeated that many times, you can imagine a WrestleMania audience.
1 foot in the grave.
Crowd going for it as the person walks out. That's what this is targeted at. That sort of audience.
Do you think that's conscious?
Yeah.
When we say targeted.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely planned in. From what the band's trying to do there, they are thinking audience participation.
Yeah, they are with that. Would you call it a mid-late where it just drops out to the Queen We Will Rock You drums?
Yeah, there's a lot of that. They have thought about what's going to work live when they've written this. They haven't written this with a fucking deep and meaningful narrative.
Well, we don't know unless they tell us. We are making assumptions.
Yeah, that's from what I'm getting.
By the way, that album where they went in a hard rock direction is called Funeral for Yesterday. It was released in 2007, and it says here that's where they put more focus on clean vocals. So it's 2007 onwards, it seems, where they've started to hone in their sound a bit.
And it's a great song, and and they've done a great job on it. So, and now that I've insulted half the planet,
subscriber counts they'll have by.
No,
can I make it clear?
The weird thing is, like, hang on, do you know what it is? Whenever we've actually had some of these really harsh reactions where we've been really critical, our subscriber count goes up.
Yeah,
more people agree to it. It's weird. We get so many comments where people hate you don't know what you're talking about, blah blah blah, and then other people go, "No, I actually thought they did a really honest opinion on that. We agree with that."
Yeah, I'll just make it clear for the record. I'm certainly not anti-American and don't believe that 50% of the population are morons. There's far more
you like
extreme prejudices that I host.
Anyway, if you enjoyed our video today, please do like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on video sometime very soon. Take care.